Everyone knows Rolls-Royce is known to produce one of the most luxurious cars in the world. Even by the standards of Rolls-Royce, it is very pricey, but on the other hand, it does have a shade that protrudes out of the bag. The company has unveiled the world's most expensive new car, a bespoke creation that costs $28 million. A crazy price, but not for those who fancy this specially made luxurious car, and it was commissioned by an unknown couple who are billionaires. You guys can join me as I give you a little tour of the most expensive Rolls-Royce ever made, since you can't have a tour physically, so thank me in the comment section below. But don't forget to like and subscribe to Smooth Luck so that anytime we upload a new video, you will be among the first to be notified, so you won't miss out on interesting videos from us. Be sure to watch this video till the end. Without further ado, let's get started. This Rolls-Royce boat tail made its first public appearance at the Concorso di Eleganza Villa Estate 2021 in Cernobbio, Italy, since the car was formally unveiled online in May. The boat tail is a feast for the senses. Sounds like an animal, right? This latest Rolls-Royce creation is just one of 3 commissioned custom-built automobiles with a maritime theme. As one walks around its extended form, the body appears as a single, uninterrupted, transparent surface. In the rear, the sailboat motif becomes evident. With the press of a button and in the gesture inspired by the architect Santiago Calatrava's cantilever conceptions, the deck expands in a dramatic butterfly shape to expose an elegant hosting suite with a bespoke chest and 2 bottles of vintage Kiwi caviar in Blinis. On either side of the deck, cocktail tables provide access to a couple of picnic seats. The boattail focuses on these unforeseen delights. It is more than a mere mode of transportation. The boattail is not about reaching a place, it is the destination itself. He smiled. The area is impeccably designed and temple of ideas. Here you can perceive the soothing presence of the human hand and eye. The boattail is a stylish masterwork that is viscerally thrilling. The concept of resurrecting Rolls' Coachbuilding Royce's tradition began with the hand-built sweptail 4 years ago. Rolls-Royce decided to establish a specialized Rolls-Royce Coachbuild subsidiary as customers began requesting comparable unique orders. The boattail we see here is the first product of this new enterprise, with an estimated price of 20 million euros, which is $28 million, although the manufacturer cannot have confirmed this due to client confidentiality. Being told that the nautical design concept was a client request, 3 of the buyers who approached Rolls-Royce following the unveiling of the sweptail had a passion for contemporary boat design, particularly J-class yachts, for their purity of form and expression, as well as their high level of craftsmanship. Inns and his design team had long desired to reimagine the Rolls-Royce boattail typology, a tradition in which coach builders grafted the hull forms of sailing boats onto the rolling chassis of the automobile, and they all agreed that the 3 cars would have the same body, but would be uniquely designed to reflect the personalities of their owners. Intimating in nature, coach building is as much about the product as the process, and states that his team will seek to comprehend the client's world, including how they live, what they enjoy and detest, and how they celebrate and who they associate with. Then there is the broader cultural backdrop, which includes development in the arts, design, and architecture, as well as the hospitality industry. Alex is reticent to share anything about the client of the 1932 Rolls-Royce boattail other than the couple's affinity for the color blue, their penchant for lengthy road journeys, and the fact that they own a 1932 Rolls-Royce boattail. The new car's nautical rear end is a modern spin on a classic design. For example, the aft deck is a modern rendition of the wooden back decks of the 1932 automobile, which were comprised of expansive wood panels. Soli d'Oligeno veneer. The generally internal gray and black material has been specifically adapted for usage on the exterior. The open pore material has a wood texture that is visually stretched by brushed stainless steel stripe inlays, alluding to the traditional wooden construction of boats. Transferring to the front of the vehicle, all Rolls-Royce have a commanding presence, but this model's iconic grille has been disassembled for a significantly less formal aspect. The iconography, the familiarity, and the bone structure are all there, but it greatly reduces the formality, which is crucial given that this is a driver's automobile. To counteract this, the headlights feature a strong horizontal graphic with deeply set daytime running lights, creating the appearance of thick, row lines framing traditional circular headlamps. At the rear, the horizontal form is highlighted by large, deep-set lamps, a departure from the brand's typical vertical lamp iconography. The boattail's length of 5.8 meters assists in emphasizing its unique design. They intended the impression to come from the overall grandeur and scale. Therefore, the surfaces are purposefully understated. They felt everything else could hang off it in terms of characterization aiding. Its stylistic expression is modest, therefore nautical references are more provocative in a profile. The wraparound windscreen, for example, evokes the visitor on motor vehicles, while the modest rearward lean of the A-pillar, the huge crisp volumes up front, and the tapered finish have a gesture that recalls a motor launch emerging from the sea under its power. A progressive negative sculpture in the lower body gives the appearance of suppleness and is an homage to the running boards of notable Rolls-Royce designs from the past. Inside, the notes are flawless. Each feature of the home has been thoughtfully constructed without becoming overpowering. The seats and doors are unaltered in luxurious leather, while pieces of carved wood and polished metal provide sensory stimulation. There is a strong respect for the qualities of light, proportion, and materials, as well as subtle references to nautical themes. For instance, blue is woven at a 55-degree angle into the technical fiber parts on the bottom bodywork to resemble the wake of a body of water. The simple fascia accentuates the bow. At 1822, the Swiss watchmaker was commissioned to create a unique clock for this automobile. The dials of the instrument panel are decorated with the Polish technique utilized by fine jewelers and watchmakers, and two-toned steering wheel continues the blue motif. Since collecting pens and another of the client's interests, a cherished Mont Blanc sits in a custom aluminum and leather case in the glove compartment. Reviving coach building makes perfect sense for Rolls-Royce, which has a long history of handcrafted and customized vehicles. With its innovative technology, highly trained artisans and craftspeople, and access to artists and creatives from beyond the auto industry, the Goodwood factory is also well appointed. Coach-built automobiles are timeless. They are not disassembled and recycled. Rather, they are passed down through generations and become part of the destined history narrative. As the opposite of mass production, coach building represents the epitome of luxury, a position Rolls-Royce would like to maintain as the automobile industry enters a new era. And because of the time, talent, and effort invested in these unique projects, they might result in innovative and surprising design solutions. As with the swept tail, the boat tail pays homage to the golden age of coach building, the late 1920s and early 1930s, when the projects were frequently as much about automobiles as the individuals who commissioned them. There are so many, but my favorite is the tale of the 1926 Phantom 1 Brougham de Weil, also known as the Phantom of Love. It was constructed by Clarence Warren Gask, an American businessman of French descent who resided in London, as a gift for her heiress wife, Maud. Gask desired a luxurious interior to emulate the rococo atmosphere of his salon in the Palace of Versailles, with polished sandalwood, veneer paneling, embossed tapestries, and a painted ceiling inspired by one of Marie Antonia's chairs, as well as the French ormolu clock mounted in the driver between the front and rear cabins. They wanted the boat tail to represent our future. Sometimes these initiatives can be too slanted towards history. While the concept of hand-built Rolls-Royce is vital to us, we want the design to boldly look to the future, and Coach Build has allowed us to go beyond the customary limits. With that being said, we've come to the end of today's video. I hope it provided you with the necessary information and that you can also find it fascinating. If so, please like this video and subscribe to this channel to view other videos. For the time being, goodbye until next time.